Hey everyone, it's me, Laura from The Papered Soul, and I am coming to you on the first day of summer, so happy summer everyone. And what I was inspired to do, I wanted to show you some summer journals that I made, and I was inspired by a paper pack that I had, and it is English Rose Garden. I don't know if you can see it. English Rose Garden, and I just was inspired by this paper pack. It's really a pretty paper pack, and then I added papers from my stash, coffee dyed papers. I did a little bit of sewing around the edges, and there's a little page in there that I sewed around. But other than that, I kind of kept it simple. Kind of what I wanted to do was keep it a little bit simple, do a trio of these traveler's notebook size journals for you, and then you can use them in your traveler's notebooks if you want to. So you can certainly do that, or just as a standalone journal. There's 18 pages. So what is that times 4? Multiply that times 4 and you have how many writing pages and space. There's a lot of space in these journals. So this could carry you throughout the summer. Of course, depending on how much you write, it could, or if you don't write as much, it can, last you longer. But anyway, so what I have here is a Wildflower Garden summer journal. I put a little tag on each one, and on the back you could write your name, whoever decides to get this. Then I have a Butterfly Garden summer journal. And then I have a Rose Garden summer journal. So let's look at the Rose Garden first. Most of these are basically the same as far as the layout. I just changed up the papers, and that's pretty much it. I have stamping in here. Well, you'll get to see all that I have in here. So we'll start with the Rose Garden journal, and I'm just going to slide this off. So I did not keep the I did not attach, this is the first time I've not attached the bows, but I just thought it might be simpler this time, and so I had double bowed it. Here I have, on this one, I have the a little trim here, a little yellow roses, because I wanted to pick up the yellow in this paper. So this is real soft and subtle. I have a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and there's the back. So we'll go in. This is the only one where I had like a little decorative part, and I also backed this with coffee dye papers on the inside. The other ones I did not do that. So I have some quotes in here as well. A single rose can be my garden, a single friend my world. Here I have like a Rita Donnelly flip tuck there, and then I have like some coffee dye paper. I used a little tuck here for my quote, where flowers bloom, so does hope. That was Lady Bird Johnson. She's the reason we have flowers all over our highways. So anyway, pretty butterfly stamp. I have a little flap here. I did a little fun stamping. Got a little cute tag. Y'all know that's my favorite tag. And then a little teeny tiny flip there. Got a bee stamp. Did some stenciling. This flips up right there where you can do some more journaling, and then it tucks up underneath this little butterfly image, which is from Sabina Sydney on Etsy, and I've had those a very long time. Just put like a little tag there with some rose washi tape, stamping. I'm going to go through these fast because I do have the 3 to show you, and just a little journaling card there. And have a beautiful day, and then I ran my ribbon through that. And then, like I say, my premise for this was to pop out and basically make some more simpler journals than what I normally make, but of course, you know how I do. I end up doing more than I had even intended, but you could put a photo right there. Did more stenciling. This is a you could turn this into a pocket, but if you want to keep it open for journaling, you can do that. Stenciling and stamping. This one is the only one that has a little bit of a mixed media section to it. I actually had stamped a stamp at the top, and I didn't do I wasn't impressed with my stamping on that, and so it was bothering me, and so I just ended up covering it up with just some fun, and you can feel the textile of it, but you can still write on that. But you can see the image that has ghosted through the paper on the other side of the stamp, and it looks good, but you can't see where my mistakes are. Little journaling card, little flip up there, stamping. The Earth Laughs in Flowers, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Little notes page, big notes page. Like I say, gobs of journaling space. Little tag there I made. Stamping. Little butterflies on a string. You can, there's more stamping there, and you can actually color those in if you want to. I just left that open. You can turn it into a pocket, or you can just keep it open for some secret journaling there that folds over. A little banner tuck, extra paper there. Stamping, butterfly stamp, more space that opens up. This was a card from the paper pack. I did that stamp there of a rose, and I colored it in. That was a lot of fun. This paper I enjoyed. I thought, what would happen if I did my papers on top of a muffin pan? So when I baked it, I just sprayed it down on top of a muffin pan, and I got all these little fun big circles. More stenciling. She breathes in the dirt and exhales in flowers. It's a good quote. This is a teeny tiny little envelope, and I left it open, so if you want to do some journaling in there. And then it just tucks up under that little butterfly, and that tucks in that little rose there. That rose is from Tsunami Rose, and I just fussy cut that. Some graph paper and line paper there. Stamping. Got a little tag there, and that belly band. All the edges have been just super different, all kinds of different little punches I did. So I just did a variety of punches so the edges would be interesting. Got some extra paper here in this little pocket. Every flower blooms in its own time. I like that right there. Little butterfly flying up to that little textile flower. And this is a little pocket that says roses on it. I stamped that out, have some extra paper. And then I did a fun little, I just stamped my bingo stamp all over this little copy dyed paper, and again tucked it up under one of those butterfly images from Sabina Sidney. She doesn't have her little shop open anymore. She's got a different shop open now. I don't think she does, but I've had those for a very long time. And then here's a tag that is from the paper, from the paper pack, and that's what's on the front. And I did some stenciling. I don't know how well you can see it, but I did. It looks like the sun. So we do need sunshine, you know, for our flowers to grow, and it's summer, so I thought that was appropriate. I did bake this so you can see the ridges where I baked it and everything. And then I signed it right here, handmade by Laura, the Papered Soul, 2018. Did some more stenciling there. So that's that one, the Rose Garden. Let's scoot on over and let's do the butterfly. So this is Butterfly Garden. Double tied this on this one since my title is so far down because my butterflies were up here. My title is so far down here. I just attached this little summer journal tag to the bow, which I thought was cute. And then of course I've got this little rosette trim for that. So I'm just going to slide this off, and so I don't untie it. I have to untie it every time. I'll just slip it off. And so I'm able to slip it back on too because I've been taking pictures of it. These journals are for sale in my Etsy shop, so they will be there when you take a look. I did some stenciling here with a butterfly stencil just around, and I did not coffee dye this one and on the inside. I did do sewing around. This is the butterfly paper from the paper pack. I did some sunshine in kind of like a pretty blue to match the pack. There's, again, some of these elements are the same. I've just switched the papers up. So today would be a lovely day to be a butterfly. That's what that quote is. So that unfolds for journaling. My little bee. There's that little pocket there. Did some purpley stenciling, flower stenciling. Paper, that's from the cover. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. Just gonna flip a little bit because, like I say, there's my ribbon. Have a beautiful day. The elements are pretty much the same, just switched up the papers, and a lot of the quotes are the same too. There's some stenciling there. That's like, you can, again, you can turn that into a pocket if you want to, or you can leave it open for journaling. One more stenciling. That was from the paper pack. Oh, this flips up. This little pocket flips up. I was gonna say, you might have to trust me. There's more of my fun stenciling and my little bee. Just makes me think of summer. Notes, larger notes. Made a little tag there. You can color that in. Center the signature. Little banner tuck there, extra paper. I just love those colors together. That flips open. So that was a little different. I don't think I had that one in the other one. That one flips open. Of course, you can turn it into a pocket. And that card was with the paper pad. I did this flower. I did a flower in each one that I colored, that I stamped out and colored. And this is a cone flower with some purples and golds and yellow colors and greens. Little extra paper there, a little flower tuck, Tsunami Rose flower tuck that I fussy cut. Your graph paper and lined paper, it's been coffee dyed, more stamping. Fun little bingo, one of those little envelopes that I made, and that's a different belly band that I put in that one. It just hangs on by tucking itself up under that. There's my little textile flower for this one, and my butterflies flying to that. Extra paper in that pocket. Pocket back here. I've got a little tag with some butterfly washi tape and some extra paper from my stash actually, and then paper from my stash, and then from the main one, that's the cover. Well, actually, it's the inside cover. And I made a tag out of that, and there's my pretty fun stenciling. You can write all over that. You don't have to let that. It's very lightly stenciled, so even that, and you can still journal. And I signed that one as well. That's the back. Butterfly Garden. All right, and then we're on to the Wildflower Garden, and that's that journal. Here's my back. Love that paper, and I'm gonna slide this off. Summer journal. Got my little pink rosettes there. Did my stenciling with some pink in there. Every flower blooms in its own time. This is the paper from the pack, and that inspired me. Here's my little flip up tuck, and then another one of those little envelopes there with a quote. More stenciling and stamping. My little bee. A little tag, and then this little flip. Teeny tiny stenciling with a pocket. Extra paper. Just going a little faster for these, because you've kind of gotten the premise. Have a beautiful day with the ribbon. There's some of that, you can really see that muffin pan baking that I did there. I was really tickled with how that turned out. Anything that can add some extra texture and visual texture, I should say, also. In a field of roses, she is a wildflower. Music sheet paper I have in there, stenciling. Here's another one of the flip outs that you can turn that into a pocket. Whoever gets this may want that. There's small notes, there's large notes. Fun little paper there. And this flips up, extra paper. That's a pocket and a little card that I made. And again, my flowers there that you can certainly, and see, I kind of, that's the same little stamp, so I kind of colored it in so you could kind of see if you wanted to color it, you could do it, and I kind of gave you a little something to go by. You probably are hearing my kitty cat meowing. I had to put him up in the bedroom because I didn't want him jumping up in case. His name's Figgy. He's a sweet little thing. And stenciling, stamping. My little banner tuck with extra paper. And there's that flower. So each one's different. And those were a lot of fun to color. And they just add so much when you turn the page. It's like a, you know, pop of color. Quotes, more flip out, more stenciling. This was from the little paper pack. And stenciling I did. Music paper, extra paper there. A tsunami rose, rose that I fussy cut. The graph paper and the lined paper there. And a little belly band with some extra paper. And there's my textile flower with my little butterfly flying up to it. This, I practiced, I tried making a teeny tiny envelope. So much fun. Love these. And I didn't know if it was going to work out because my little board, my punch board doesn't go that low. So I thought, oh, I'm going to guesstimate and see about where I need to start punching and scoring. So it goes in that pocket. Another little pocket back here, and then extra paper and a little tag. And there's some more of that fun paper here that you can write on. And there you are with that. That's from the paper. And then that fun little sunshine looking stencil. And then I signed it. And there you are. So these are my summer journals, my little trio of summer journals. And I will, like I say, they are for sale. They're going to be in my Etsy shop. And the paper sold. And I hope that everyone is going to have an absolutely wonderful summer and just stay safe. And I hope to be coming at you real soon with another video. Thank you so much. Bye.